Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. And we are starting right back where we left off. I did accidentally skip through a few things, but it's mainly him saying that day after day, even though he slept, he still feels fatigued. He feels tired, like it's really straining on him, that kind of thing. As soon as the thought crossed my mind, the sound of the doorbell forced its way into my room.
Hey!
Fantastic morning, isn't it? Taka. Now then, if you pardon the interruption, without waiting for a reply, Taka barged into my room. What do you want, Taka? What's up, Taka? No matter how intensely the storm seas may batter me, I will not fall as long as my feet are firmly planted. You agree, right? I'm not sure I understand. And if you cannot do it alone, you need to find someone to support you, and you can support them back. That's how you can overcome any storm. I was thinking about it last night, and I decided we really need to come together. And that was when I realized every morning from now on, after the morning announcement, everyone should have breakfast together.
Quiet down and listen.
And now is the beginning of that fateful day. Please head to the dining hall at your earliest convenience. That's all for now. I have to go to let everyone else know. Taka didn't even wait for a reply. He turned and left before I could say a thing. Well, I guess I'd better head to the dining hall. So I was reading in between that the coins do respond. So next time I get free time, I'm going to search the school. And I'm going to do it each time. I'm still not very good at editing. So, we'll see about if I edit them out or not. And the last episode was like 140 minutes. And I feel bad for that, but it's like, the game is, from what I've heard, the game is extremely long. Yeah, and I'm not reading these because it's like, I've already read them to you guys. Alright, let's go! Move the area, yes! Okay, I'm gonna see if it'll let me search around so I can do this now. It probably won't. Yeah.
Hey!
Makoto, can't any of you guys get a freaking clue? Huh?
Are you for real?
My mascara is totally clumpy. I don't want anyone to see me this way, but Taka came and woke me up. What a dick. You look just the same as yesterday to me.
How are you talking
As
about?
if. It's like night and day. Sorry?
Aw.
I seriously need to reapply, but there's nothing I can do about it now. Maybe I'll go to see if Celeste can hook me up. And that's that. We're imprisoned here, and that's what she's worried about right now. I mean, she is the ultimate fashionista. Let's talk to these peeps. So freaking tired.
Seriously?
What the hell's wrong with that guy? Did he wake you up too? Yeah, he sure did. I guess he's going around waking
You know
everyone
what I
up.
mean.
It's seriously annoying. I'm going back to bed. If anyone needs me, I'll be in my room. I don't think it'll do any good, but I'm sure he'll just come and
Give me a
bug you
break.
again. Yeah, probably, damn it. I guess we better just go then. And that's that. Toko?
What's your
What? Oh, I was just wondering what you were doing here. You should probably head to the dining hall, right? I know. I just needed to prepare myself mentally. Prepare yourself? What is she talking about? I'm so nervous. What is she nervous about? Yeah. I hope I get free time today. talk to Hiro. Morning. Man, waking up to the sound of Taka squawking is not a fun way to start the day. Yo. Good morning. Let's just hurry up and get this over with. Taka's getting antsy.
Hi, Makoto.
Good morning to you, Makoto. She can make even basic greeting feel eloquent somehow. That's the power of a celebrity, I guess. Is everything okay? Oh yeah, good morning, Sakuya. Good morning. Good morning. To bring everyone together for breakfast meeting is a very Taka-esque thing to suggest. He let a heavy, annoyed sigh. I'd rather be ignored completely than suffer that kind of insult.
What's your problem?
What's the point of talking to me? Taka's the one who got everyone together. Go talk to him if you have questions or whatever. Good morning. Hifumi, you don't seem too energetic.
Very sad.
How could I be? I got woken up by this annoying, obnoxious, nightmarish guy. This is why I hate 3D so much.
Hey.
Taka looks pretty impatient. We better get this started already.
Hey, Makoto.
Good morning, Makoto. Morning. Breakfast time, breakfast time. Gonna eat a big breakfast at breakfast time. A breakfast meeting, huh? Perhaps it will keep me entertained and make life with everyone a bit more bearable.
What?
What are you looking at me for? Mr. Goody Two-Shoes is running a show for now.
But more important.
Okay, if I absolutely must talk to you, let's just hurry up and start this stupid meeting. Taka's gonna throw a fit if we don't. Okay. No one wants to talk to me. Okay, looks like everyone's here. So then let's begin our first breakfast meeting.
Quiet down and listen.
Give me a break.
I didn't make time for this shit. You dragged me here. I know I already mentioned this earlier, but in order to get out of here, it is essential we all cooperate for each other. The first step is breakfast meeting to allow us to become friends and build trust. So from now on, let's all meet in the dining hall every morning after the morning announcement. Now then, let's eat. You want me to eat breakfast with other people? I've never done that before. I'm not so sure.
I mean, seriously?
Yeah, it's been a while for me too.
But more important.
Well, anyway, did anyone come up with any clues? Silence echoed throughout the dining room.
Seriously?
Dining hall. Seriously? Nothing at all? Anything? It can be how to get out, who's doing this. Nobody has anything?
Are you okay with this?
Are you gonna die?
Huh?
Huh?
Do you understand?
If you can't stop yourself from showing weakness in front of others, you will die.
Stop it!
What the hell? Don't even freaking joke about that. I'm not joking. Adaptability is survivability. Did I not say so? So you better hurry up and adapt to your new life here.
What the hell is this?
Have you gone completely insane? Adapt to my new life here? Do you have any idea what you're saying?
What?
Yeah, it sounds like the girl wants to live here, and hell, more power to her. But shit, no way in hell I'm living here. I gotta get out of here. I don't give a shit. Sure, feel free. Okay, so nobody has any clues. One thing I can tell you is who's behind all this. Someone who's actually weird and messed up. Anything else would... Why else would we be trapped here in the first place?
Hey, listen.
Well, sure, it could be something like that, but for right now, the clues are... Oh, what's up? If you think in terms of people who are really abnormal or bizarre, do you think the person responsible for all this could be a certain murderous fiend? A murderous fiend? Shira, do you have some idea who might be behind all this? Well, maybe. I mean, I can't really be certain, but Certain is not the concern right now. I'll allow whatever remarks you may have. Okay, well, have you guys heard of Genocide Jack? I mean, that serial killer that's been in the news and all over the internet? The monstrous villain who's murdered scores of victims in a brutally bizarre fashion. The word bloodlust was at... Sorry about that, guys. The word bloodlust was left at every murder scene written in the victim's own blood. Whoever it is, he's like a ghost. He strikes without warning and disappears without a trace. And on the internet, they started calling him Genocide Jack. That about covers it, I think. They say he's claimed over 1,000 victims. That's an urban legend, though, right? I mean, even 10 people would be totally insane. She knows something. Anyway, whoever Genocide Jack really is, he's obviously a super crazy killer. And if he is this ultimate psycho, I wouldn't be surprised if he put together something like this. But like I said, I can't be certain. I don't have any evidence or anything. It's just a thought.
Hey, hold on.
But if they're the killer, wouldn't it be like a killer of a problem for us?
Yeah.
It's okay. Everything's absolutely, positively, 100%, without a doubt, gonna be okay. Because help's gonna be here soon. I'm sure of it. Help?
Because, I mean...
We've been stuck in here for a few days already, right? Nobody's been able to contact us. So I'm sure they're getting worried. I bet they'll call the police. They called the police already.
What's this?
The police? You put faith in the police? What are you doing here?
Guys.
You guys seriously don't understand what role the police exists to fill. They're good for being a foul. All they're good for is being a foul, playing against a villain or an anti-hero or an evil organization. The bad guys come along and destroy them, and that shows how badass they really are. Are you sure you want to rely on such an unreliable group of losers? I mean, come on, if you really, really want to get out of here, all you gotta do is kill.
What the hell?
Why the hell are you laughing?
You know?
I'm just impressed at the total commitment to this whole act.
Come on.
You're still on about that?
You're fucking dead.
So, Mr. Serial Killer Psycho Freak Bastard, what the hell do you want? Mr. Serial Killer Psycho Freak Bastard, huh? That's a pretty long name. German, maybe?
Hey, come on.
We know who you really are. Maybe if I ignore him, he'll just go away.
You son of a
Hey,
bitch.
don't ignore me, asshole. Okay. Let's get back to business. Your life has already begun, and a couple days have gone by, and nobody's killed anybody. I thought all you kids were lazy and selfish. Here you are working together, but I'm totally bored. There's nothing you can say that'll make us start killing each other. Oh, there's nothing you can say that'll make us start killing each other. Wait, I think, yes, ding, ding, ding. I figured it out.
In other words...
All the mystery ingredients are here. Right people, right place. So why hasn't anyone killed anyone yet? That's what I couldn't understand, but I realized there was one very important piece missing. What are you? If you want to know, I'll tell ya. It's motive. It's simple. I just give everyone a motive.
Stop fucking around.
Motive? What the fuck are you talking about?
Hey,
Oh, by the way, there's something I want to show you guys.
You son of a bitch.
Stop changing the goddamn subject. I have a little video I'd like you all to see, but but don't worry. It's not some pervy adult video or anything. Seriously, it's nothing like that. It's a special video for each of you showing what's going on outside the school. Outside the school? What are you talking about? Oh, Master is so impatient today. Why don't you just watch it and find out? Here in the school, there's a specific place where you can go through anything you can go. It has everything you need to watch the video. Good, then we'll watch the video right now. Before we do, I'd like to know, what are you? Why would you do something like this? What do you want from us? What do I want from you? Well, if you must know.
Despair. That's all. Well now.
If you want to know more than that, you'll have to figure it out for yourselves. Do whatever you need to uncover the mysteries hidden within the school. I won't try and stop you. Because to be honest, it's entertaining as heck watching you guys search so desperately for answers. So I guess I want amusement from you too. He's gone. And once again, he left before he could find anything useful.
Is that right?
Really? I think we learned something very useful. He has no intention of standing in the way of our pursuit of the truth. Interesting.
However,
Perhaps. And what about videos he mentioned? I'm very curious to see what it is.
that's true.
Same here. Okay, so Mono started glancing around the dining hall, but when his gaze landed on me, he stopped.
Hell yeah.
Hey Makoto, check this out for us, would ya? Oh, why me?
No.
Because you're the closest to a door. That's the rule, right? Rule?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey.
Piece of shit.
Hey!
Stop fucking around.
You see how passionately I'm begging you? What's the big deal? Just check it out real quick. Okay, I guess I'll get going
Hell
then.
yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, I owe you one.
Hey,
If Makoto's going, I'm going with him. It's not safe to walk around this place alone.
Yo.
Yeah, sure thing. We're counting on both of you. If anything happens, just yell. I'll come running. I can't decide if Mondo is totally dependent or completely terrible. Yeah, I'd say he's kind of both. He's not exactly a bad person, but he definitely can't say he's a good person either. So then, where's the specific place Monokuma mentioned? It must be somewhere you can watch DVDs, but if that's the place where you can watch DVDs, then it's the AV room. Oh, which is not on this floor. That's nurse's office, so the AV room should... Yeah. Yep. AV room. Huh, there's something in the cardboard box. It's a bunch of DVDs, and each one is labeled on it with someone's name. This must be the video for us, he mentioned.
hold on a second.
I'd better go tell everyone. She just ran off. I didn't follow her. I just stood right where I was. The DVD in front of me had robbed me of all awareness, and I was rooted in place. I think I see something. It's a cardboard box. Oh, no problem. I spot sorted DVDs and a name on it, and then I slid it into an expensive-looking player. I sat down and stared intensely at the darkened screen, and then I yelled out without realizing it, and my heart started racing. Because what I saw on that monitor, it was my family.
You getting picked to attend Hope's Peak Academy is like a dream come true. Make sure you do your best.
I'm so proud of you, son. But remember, don't push yourself too hard.
Are you really watching this, Makoto? Good luck, okay?
If it had ended there, it would have been fine. A message of love and support. After leaving my family behind to attend Hope's Peak, it would have given me hope, given me strength. If this was a normal school, I would have been happy, if a little embarrassed. With my family's support to rely on, I would have been motivated to even better. But here now, it's totally different. I wasn't living an ordinary school life, so I had a pretty strong feeling this video wasn't going to end there. I hated having that feeling, but it turned out I was absolutely right. Jeez, what happened? This time, I couldn't even make a sound. My voice just died. Where'd everyone go? It looks like a war zone or something. As if in reply, a voice came floating out of the speaker. I recognized that voice, of course. It was him.
Makoto Naegi, accepted into Hope Peak Academy, and his family, who supported such a lucky boy. But it seems like something's happened to this family's well-being. Oh boy, this is bad. What could have possibly happened to this family's well-being?
Look for answers after graduation. What is this? What happened to everyone? I started trembling. I could feel the fear and anger building up inside me like hot magma. God damn it! I slammed my fist against the desk over and over again. A single thought was racing through my mind. What else? How could I think about anything else? I have to get out of here. I have to get out of here right now. I need to make sure everyone is safe. Makoto? What happened? Make sure who's safe. I noticed everyone was standing around the AV room. They stared at me, faces full of confusion. What's going on? Without a word, I pointed at the cardboard box.
Is it like
Is that what Makoto or Monokuma was talking about?
what's this mean?
What's on them? We all gathered around the box, and each of them grabbed the CD with their name on it. One by one, they rushed to the monitor. It didn't take long for them to react. What the fuck? This can't be real, right? This has to be fake, right?
Hey, hold on.
Yeah, no way it's real. No way. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. Let me out of here. As soon as I saw the reactions, I knew they'd all seen something like what I'd seen. Nobody even bothered to try and hide their fear and confusion, except for her. Even now, she was totally calm. I see. So this is what he meant by motive. He wants to fuel our desire to leave so that we're more likely to start killing each other.
Indeed.
It is a classic prisoner's dilemma. Let me use an example. Imagine two countries are on the brink of war, but both countries want peace, and each commits to scaling back their forces as a sign of good faith. But there's a chance one country may betray the other, so the countries fear lowering their guard. The result is that neither scales back their forces, and both end up betraying each other.
Do you understand?
Another word, the fear of invisible treachery becomes the greatest enemy of stability. That sounds like us right now. Everyone says we'll work together, but in our hearts we're afraid someone might betray us. Don't push those awful thoughts in our head. That's exactly what they want us to do.
Huh?
You can say that, but maybe you're thinking that once everyone drops their guard, you can just... What? This is exactly what Monokuma wants, or whoever's behind this wants. They want us to fight, don't you see? Yeah, you're right. We all need to calm down.
So then,
Okay, then maybe we should start by all just talking. Maybe if we can just talk about what we saw, that'll help get everything out of our system. Besides, I think we're all super curious, right? I wonder what was in everyone's video. I'd be lying to say if I wasn't curious. Hey, Sakuya? What was in your video, Sakuya?
what's your problem?
What's wrong? Hurry up and tell us. Sakuya? I gently placed my hand on her shoulder. Stop it! She pushed my hand away and suddenly ran off. Sakuya!
That's enough.
Let her go. I can't do that. I have to make sure she's okay. I hate romantic comedies like this. I don't care what happens to her personally. That's because you're totally thoughtless. I'm really worried. Then why don't you go do whatever you think you have to, right? We all don't have to stick around
I
together.
hope you are well.
Speaking of which, I have my own things to take care of. Goodbye. Everyone went their separate ways, but I don't have time to worry about them right now. I had to go find Sakuya. Yep, and that is what I will do. I will go find Sakuya. Where could she have gone? She couldn't have gotten far. I should check around the school. No, this is a store. No, still look around. Yep, this is a nice store. It's Japanese and Western blend. It seems more like a cluttered antique store. The vending machine. That's you. Yeah, I know. I'm taking this time to just look around because what I was reading is that the coins can respawn wherever you have already been. So that's what I'm doing. Trophies. Don't even think about it. Brainless camera. Keep in mind that school those motivations and nerve. I'll just leave it alone. Surveillance camera, messing with it, gets on my nerves, but I'll just leave it alone. Monitors, yes, leave the gem. Yes, leave the entry area. Entrance is blocked by a huge metal slab. Surveillance camera, better not get too close. Surveillance camera, better not get too close. No, I still need to look around. Oh, there's nothing in it. No. Ugh. Throw and budge, it must be locked. This one of the monitors appears in. I'm just checking everything to make sure, see if I can get him on a coin. Might just have to wait until free time. Let's just go ahead and talk to her. I found her in the corner of an empty classroom. She was sitting in a chair, hands on her knees, staring absently at the floor. She looked like maybe she was upset or angry or no. She didn't have any expression at all. There was nothing on her face that you could call emotion. No, it looks more like she's terrified, angry, and pissed off, and everything all at once. It was as if her original mask had been stripped away. Sakia, are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. Actually, no. How could I possibly be fine? What did we do to end up like this? Why are they doing such terrible things to us? I want out. Let me out right now. Sakia, calm down. As she thrashes, I grab her by the shoulders. I understand. I know how you feel when I think what might have happened to my family. But now, more than ever, we have to stick together. This is exactly what they want. They want us to lose our composure and stop thinking rationally. Think about it. Those videos have to be fake. But if those things really happen, people out there would be in an uproar. Our families, the police, everyone, right? That's about. So let's calm down, okay? Otherwise, we've already lost. I knew I was trying to convince myself just as much as her. I kept repeating those words to myself to clear away the image that had been burned into my brain. Be calm, okay? Just be calm. As long as we work together, I'm sure we can find some way out of here. And help might even come before that. But what if there isn't a way out? What if help can never comes? If that happens, then I'll get you out of here myself, no matter what it takes. When I said that, I paused. I had no idea what came over me.
Sayaka?
Please, help me.
Her voice was small and shaky.
Why? Why is this happening to me? To kill or be killed? I just can't take this anymore.
Sayaka.
It's like, why don't you put your arms around her and comfort her? She finally raised her face up from my chest. She looked at me with those big, wet eyes of hers. I can believe in what you said. Huh? That you'll help me get out, no matter what it takes. Absolutely. Makoto, you're the only one I can trust, so
No matter
please.
what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
Huh? Of course I'll be there for you. No matter what, I'm always on your side. I mean, you are my assistant after all.
Makoto.
Thank you, Makoto. Hearing you say that, I feel like I can keep going. I can get through this, as long as you're here with me.
Because I'm your assistant.
Like you said, I'm your assistant. The smile I'd come to know so well returned to her face. It felt a little forced, but still. It was a huge improvement over how she was before.
Hey! Hey!
It's standing up! Ah! Makoto! It's standing up! What's standing up?
Come on.
Do you even have to ask? It's your flagpole! Get the hell out of here! No, I want to join in. Damn it! Well, if you won't leave, tell us what the hell is up with those videos. It's about to come out. It's gonna come out. My pristine white stuffing! My honest, innocent stuffing is about to come gushing out. I balled up my fist, took aim, and swung as hard as I could. I'd never put so much energy in a single motion in my life. I leaned back, channeling all my power, and let go with everything I had. Are you okay? If I hadn't avoided your punch, you would have just violated school regulations. But boy, are you slow, so slow. I could have downed $1,000 full course dinner in the time it took you to finish your swing. Your speed, agility, alertness, passion, boldness, sense of despair, antagonization, it's all lacking. What the heck was that just now? You wanted to mess with us. Well, for now, want to head back? Yeah. Monokuma had come along and swiftly destroyed the good mood we just created. Sakuya and I head back to the dorms. You should get some rest. You should get some rest, Sayaka. You look pretty shaken. I'm sorry for making you worry about me. You're right. I'm going to lay down for a bit. With a nod and a small bow, she disappeared into her room. Now on my own, I head off to tell everyone that Sayaka is okay. Once that is done, I decide to go back to my room. It's hard to think after watching that deranged video. I need some rest of my own. Free time? Jeez. Seriously, what's going on here? There's just so many problems. I can't even decide what the biggest problem is. That we're trapped in here? That what I saw in the video might be real? Monokuma? What the mastermind has in store for us? Or are we our biggest problem? Dot. I want to get out of here. But I could never kill someone. Do the others feel the same? Yeah, that's definitely the biggest problem right now. Free time? Oh. When I opened my eyes, they darted immediately to the clock. It's almost 10 o'clock. I fell asleep without realizing it. Nighttime is about to start. So, how come someone's here? Ooh, what's going on?
Sorry.
Did my phone just go off? Okay, well, I don't really know where it is, so it's gonna have to wait. I'm I'm really sorry to come by so late. Sayaka. Sayaka, what are you doing so late? Doing out so late? Then I noticed her body was trembling. Is everything okay?
It was so strange.
Sorry to bother you, but something really weird just happened. Something weird?
Makoto.
Just a little while ago, I was laying down in my room, and all of a sudden my door started rattling and shaking. Her voice sounded like all the air had been squeezed out of her lungs. Just hearing her talk made me
I
tense
was
up.
so scared.
It was like someone was trying to force the door open. My door was locked, so they couldn't get in, of course. They started shaking the door harder and harder. I was so scared, I couldn't even move. So what happened? After a while, it just stopped. I let some time go by. I got up and opened the door to check outside, but there was no one there. Someone tried to force their way into your room? But who would do something like that?
I mean,
It's not like I'm suspicious of everyone here, but still, it makes me nervous. If something like that had happened in the middle of the night, what would I do then? You don't have to worry about that, right? I mean, we can't go out during nighttime. But that's just the promise we made, right? If someone decides to break that promise, then why don't you stay in my room tonight? Would that make you feel better? What? All it said is the school regulations would that we had to sleep in the dorm rooms, right? It didn't state specifically which room each person had to sleep in.
hey,
So, but two people sharing one room is, geez, I'm sorry, I didn't even think about that. Honestly, that didn't even cross my mind. No, I know, me either. It's not even that I had in mind idea, but if you don't mind, could we switch rooms just for tonight? Come on, if you didn't have an idea in your head, why would you suggest switching rooms? I would have been like, take the floor. Switch rooms. If it'll help put your mind at ease, then it's totally fine with me. But I don't mind you staying in my room, but are you sure you're okay with me staying in yours? Doesn't that, like, concern you? It's fine, I trust you. In that case, then...
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bug bite.
Oh man, it's already nighttime. Okay, so it's settled. I'll head to your room right now. Oh, if we're gonna trade rooms, we'd trade keys too. Oh, that's right. We'll have to trade keys. Again?
like I said, I'm psychic.
Dot dot dot. Hey, aren't you gonna say you were just kidding? What if I wasn't just kidding? Something resembling a smile had made its way to her face. Thank goodness. It looks like she's already started to get back to normal. Okay, we better trade keys then.
Okay.
Yep, let's do this. We exchanged keys, and when I looked back up at her again, there was another worried expression here. Makoto, please be careful. If someone comes to the door, don't open it, no matter what. I won't. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, do not open the door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? Oh, by the way, just so you know, my bathroom door tends to stick. There's a trick to opening it. You have to turn the knob and lift the door up when you pull it out. Just do that and the door should open, no problem. Okay, but the showers don't work during nighttime anyway, right? Oh, that's right. I totally forgot. But I guess I might use it when I get up in the morning, so thank you. Okay, well, I better get going. See you tomorrow, Sakia.
Hey,
Oh, and about what I said before. When I said I'm psychic, it really was a joke. Honestly, I'm just very perceptive. Yeah, I know. Good night, then. See you in the morning. Sayaka gave me one last parting smile and headed off to my room. I looked around as soon as I go to the hall. Everyone else's doors were closed and there was no sign of life. Good, nobody's here. Making sure nobody was around to spot me, I rushed into Sayaka's room. So this is Sayaka's room. It really doesn't look any different from mine. It smells nice though. It's kind of weird digging through other people's trash, but it couldn't hurt to take a quick peek. There wasn't any doubt about it. It was the DVD with her name on it that we found in the AV room. That reminds me, I never did get a chance to find out what was on her video. It's probably best if I wait until she brings it up again. The bed itself looks the same, but knowing Sayaka, she sleeps on it. Sayaka slept on it makes me look forward to trying it out for myself. Ooh, Monica coin! Hell yeah! A surveillance camera, it's everyone in here. It's one of the monitors, ugh. My room came with a toolkit, but Sayaka's has a sewing kit with the note that said, and next to it is a map of the body's vital organs. Okay, looks like that's the only thing besides bathroom. If I remember right, all the girls' private bathrooms have locks on them. I'm a little reluctant to go in. I don't think Sayaka would mind if I snooped around too much. I think she would mind if I snooped around too much. I should go to bed soon. As I lowered myself onto Sakia's bed, a pleasant fragrance enveloped me. Sayaka's scent. Maybe it'll bring me some sweet dreams. Feeling a little better than before, I fell asleep. Monokuma Theater! Imagine you're a big spaceship in the middle of an intergalactic adventure. You heard Noah's Ark, right? Well, it's sort of like that. We've set sail and left Earth behind. Here, you don't have to worry about crazy neighbors, corrupt cops, drunk drivers, and pyromaniacs. You don't have to worry about the ozone layer or asthma, inducing air pollution. And of course, you don't have to stress about studying for finals or practicing for a big game. But even our divine freedom, world of freedom has a few rules. After all, freedom can only exist because of rules. If you're dead set on returning to the tiny piece of dog poo you call Earth, please do your best to follow the rules. I hope I made it perfectly clear.
Let's everyone do our best to follow these new guidelines and live happily ever after together!
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
I sat up, still half asleep and rubbing my eyes. I slowly pulled myself out of bed. I remembered I was in Sayaka's room. I just remembered I promised to eat breakfast with everyone. I better get going. I left Sayaka's room and made my way toward the dining hall. They usually let me walk there, so it must have been something important. A few people had already gathered at the dining hall by the time I got there. Hello, Makoto, and good morning. Can you believe it? I was the very first one here this morning. I can believe it. Good morning.
Hey, Makoto.
Morning. I suppose I'm early. I figure everyone who had arrived on time could be considered model high schoolers. And the ones who show up a little late... Yo. Sorry I'm late. My makeup just would not cooperate this morning.
Well,
My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. My morning duty took longer than usual. We're types with more relaxed sense of time. Most high schoolers fall into this category. And finally, the ones who kept everyone waiting forever.
Indeed.
I suppose I'm late. Good morning, everyone.
My bad, my bad.
My bad, guys. I slept right through my alarm.
What's your problem?
What? Is it so awful to be late?
Yo!
I didn't oversleep, just so you know. Nope, got lost, and I blame the Bermuda Triangle. Don't care about time or other people in general. They're the kind to move at their own pace. Regardless of everyone has arrived. At least that's how it's supposed to go. Wait, we're still missing some people. Yeah, Sayaka and Byakuya aren't here. I don't know about Byakuya, but I would definitely put Sayaka as a model high schooler category. So for her to be late,
What?
what's going on? Did something happen?
Yo.
Hey man, have you seen Sayaka? Why would I have? I just came straight from my room here. Did she forget about our breakfast
However-
promise? I get a sense she always has her stuff together. Listening to everyone talk, a small dark speck of unease rose up inside me. And that speck quickly grew. I need to go. I have to check on her. The words barely left my lips before I flew out of the hall. Told you! I knew since they didn't let me walk there and explore and talk to people that something had to happen. When I headed first was my room, where I'd let Sayaka stay for a single night. Where she was supposed to be safe. But over the course of one night, the room was completely transformed. What the hell? Okay. Let's see. There's a keychain on the ground that has my name on it, so this must be my room key. I gave it to Sayaka when we traded rooms. This is a replica sword I brought back for self-defense. It's been taken out of its sheath. More importantly, where's Sayaka? This is a replica sword I brought from self-defense. I don't know. I know what's coming. Oh, well, I can guess from like the crap that's going on. I better check the bathroom. Don't want to see it. Oh. Let's take a look inside. Oh, Sayaka, sweetie. I knew something happened. It took me a second to realize that I was screaming. What I saw dug its way through my eyes and buried itself in my brain. And then everything went black. Chapter 1, to survive deadly life. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It's a ceiling I remember seeing before. And when I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it's someone I'd seen before. ... Ah, you're awake, finally. Are you okay? Now's not the time for sleeping. Get your ass up. Huh? You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here.
Well,
It's no surprise considering what happened. What happened? Ah! Hey, are you okay? So it wasn't a dream. What I saw, it was real. That's right. It really did happen. Sayaka is dead. A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. I shot up and took off running. Hey, where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sakuya is.
just give up.
You can check on once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead. No, I have to see for myself.
What?
Listen to us, man.
What?
What do you think is gonna happen if you get there? Well, what good is it going to do to sit around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out in the gym at a time like this? Our friend Sayaka, she's dead. Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she was gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma told us all to come here. Well, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, remember the terrible price Sakuya had to pay. But don't... But I'm the one who convinced him to come. Right now we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason. We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sakuya.
Wrong.
I would never do that. If you're believing anything, you can believe that. Here he goes. Here he comes again. Unless someone violates the school rules, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you, I wouldn't do anything that goes against the purpose of our school life here. I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world. Follow the Bear Times 1 rule.
But
Then, who did it? Who killed her?
come on.
You already know the answer. It was the one who killed her is one of you. Nobody knew how to reply to that. One of us killed Sayaka. Don't be stupid, that's...
What?
What's the matter? You guys look like you're about to see a dove shoot out of a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began? One of you decided to kill Sayaka so you can graduate. Someone just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well,
You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
wrong.
Nope, sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If he wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their face. Everyone looking at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious?
What is
Someone killed someone? This is amazing. It is amazing what some people are capable of.
Hold on.
Hey, hold on. Don't just assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with a stuffed animal over here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from school, right? Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave. Woohoo! 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 Woohoo!
What?
Why are you laughing? Woohoo! 'Cause naive. You're just so naive. You think it's really that easy? You can kill someone and waltz on out of here?
Hey,
You're super
come
naive,
on
devilishly
now.
naive, hellishly naive. No. The real thing has just begun. The real thing.
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rules regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you must uphold,
Then
remember?
perhaps-
You're referring to rule number 6 of the school's regulations. Rule number 6. If you are the Blacken that committed the murder, you cannot be found out by other survivors. Oh, this is Celeste. This is what you're talking about, is it not?
In other words,
Bingo! It's not enough to kill someone. You have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's gotten away with. So, a certain amount of time after the murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? That's exactly. Yep. It'll begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the Blacken who committed the murder. And they and the Spotless students will all engage in one big debate showdown.
during the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the Blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, If you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment. Which, of course, means your school life will come to an end.
What kind of end are you talking about?
As far as trial rules go, that's all there is to it.
Well,
So what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Oh, well, to put it simply, it's execution. Execution?
what?
And by execution you mean...
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
So that, to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed?
Well done.
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls lay judgment system, or an inquisition type thing. Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line. Okay, let's just add the rule I just described to your handbook and make sure to keep it in mind. New rule has been added to regulations menu. But wait, hold on a second.
How are you talking about?
You're freaking insane, you know that? Huh?
What the?
A class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with that.
What's this?
Sorry. Little gnat keeps bugging me. Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone? What? Are you seriously not going to participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy.
How are you talking about?
What? Punishment? I might, I don't know, throw you into deep, dark, scary prison or something. Shut the hell up. Say whatever you want. I'm not going to play a part.
Believe it!
Don't be so selfish.
Stop it!
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. Then, evil standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist until the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first. As I said that, he came charging at us. Although it was more of a waddle. But then... Dude, didn't you get the memo? One of the regulations, I can't remember which one. You cannot perform acts of violence on the headmaster on Monokuma.
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you? Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help! To me, godly spear, Gunyear!
Oh, Jesus Christ! And the blood is all pink. That is so funny. Blood is all pink.
This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot open wide. Her eyes are already open wide. And just like that, she never moved again.
No way!
What the? I don't... This can't be real. No way!
Well now,
Now, I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know. But I guess you all needed to be taught a lesson after all. Oh, what an amazing promise. But now, you guys understand, right?
now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Junko's body had been impaled by a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the amount someone's life came to an end. The moment someone's life came to an end. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so tired. I haven't slept yet. I've been up for 24 hours already. So, nobody there could deny what they've seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
Hey,
It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic. It's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality. Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? I changed my mind. No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time.
say what?
Kill? This entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying that I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on. What do you want from me? I'm Monokuma. Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you out in your search for the Blackened. This file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. Call it?
Monokuma file!
I mean, naturally you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing. See, you can only do so much with the corpse. So instead, I'm gathering up everything I know about the circumstances and causes of death. Cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down. Wait, so then you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, it wouldn't possibly pass as a fair and accurate trial. Or fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
Correct.
Well, that's a good point. Judge has to be able to make a proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well,
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up at the class trial in a little while. And with that, Monokuma disappears again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. In fact, the fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. But there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we don't find out who it was, we all die here. We'd found ourselves in this situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with such open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even though it's a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her. Now's not the time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead in the same disastrous result as the total faith in anyone else.
In other words,
Cooperation is absolute key at this point. Whoever you decide to trust or not trust, of course, is up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly is not going to help anything.
what the heck?
Saying stuff like that, how many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
Terrible!
What an awful thing to say, especially after what happened.
just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is more important, because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away. Either way, we can't run away from the situation. So we have no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
We just have to do it, I guess. And what other choice do we have? No way in hell I'm letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do it. We just have to do it. Everyone keeps repeating this sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they were right. We just have to do this, no matter how much we don't want to. Sorry. We have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we do. On top of that, was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sakura had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but I still have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death, which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this. I gently place my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touch her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was really gone. I don't know why you bothered to check after those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'm shocked she did survive something like that. Hold on. Hold on. Just wait a second. She's dead? That means everything that's happening so far is real. It's not a joke or whatever. It's really real. Hell no. Someone let me out. Someone save me. Let me out of here. Somebody help me.
What's your problem?
Just now accepting that.
Hey,
Before we start our search of Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about the security on the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey,
In any case, I don't mind. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who could check. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone. What? Why the hell not?
stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you put yourself in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. But fuck you!
So then.
Fine, I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way, there's no problem. Two-player co-op defense with two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP. Since we haven't been able to investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you. I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try.
What the heck?
I hate this, but still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it, or else we're all dead.
Oh.
So you finally noticed. Noticed what? I was looking through the Monica film file we received, and I noticed something very obvious, very unusual. What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look and notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died. She died in Makoto's dorm. What? She's right. Then could it be? All at once, everyone gazed turned with me. Of course. Oh, battery running low. I'm sorry, guys. Alright. Hold on a second. You got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. It was because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from a moment earlier. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave it here. I want to go longer, but I'm so tired. I'm almost falling asleep. And I'm having a very hard time reading. So I will go ahead and continue everything in the next episode. And I will try to get a normal, like, split up on it, because I really wanted to go to the end of the class trial. Maybe I can do it. Maybe I can do it. Let me move my position.
move the camera and get some sugar in my. Hurrah. Please don't start lecturing me about my habits. These pouches are nothing but food grade stuff to give me flavoring. The reason I have them is because I want to quit vaping. I want to quit vaping. I want to do anything that and go off of everything. And it's been helping me immensely. So I have the flavor without having to pay for the juice and the mods and the coils and all this stuff. I've actually been doing very well on it. Oh, sorry. All right, I can keep going. I just need to focus. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it.
So then,
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues from a foundation to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong,
so
well, do I really have to say anymore?
eventually.
I'd rather you didn't. No.
Goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym. I'll be going too. And just like that, Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it. Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I better head over to the scene of the crime. Ah, that's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this here right now, and they're thinking of destroying that evidence,
Fucking dead.
you better not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious, I will fuck them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
So,
But I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? Are we gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sakia. What are you implying? It was
just
you. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next?
so,
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. We may as well at least check just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out.
Oh, yeah?
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their parting looks at me had still been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they even have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will.
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way they did. Monokuma wants them. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sakia. I guess I should look around at the Monokuma file before I get started. The victim's name is Sayaka Miyazono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitories. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also another injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist seems to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth, so that they can all survive. And for Sakia, I have to find out how she was killed. Monokuma file number 1 has been added to your truth bullet section in your handbook. Talk to you. Oh, no way. I don't want to die here. I'm begging you, God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me. I don't care who it is. Just get me out of here. Hera doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. Are you going to help with the investigation, Shihiro?
But I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her.
Let me do this again really quick. I gently placed my hand on Life's body, touched her wrist, but she's really dead. Wasn't able to say she's gone. Damn it, why is this happening? Monitor or not. I'd better get back to the investigation. Leave the gym. Inside, place other items. Monitor or not. Better get back to the investigation. Nothing else to look at. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime. My room. Won't make any progress without investigating there. So I head to my room, where Sayaka's corpse still remains. I better examine the state of my room a little closer. This might reveal something new. There's gouges in the bed and like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? This is the replica sword I brought for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself until now, but I'm surprised. But I shouldn't be surprised if coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off on parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touched it a little bit. Replica sword has been added to your truth bullets. There's a key on the ground with my name on it, so this must be my room key. If I remember correctly.
Oh, that's right. We have to trade keys.
When we switched rooms, we switched keys too. So Sayaka would have the key here in my room the entire time. Wait, if that's true then, how did the killer get into my room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock it? No, that seems impossible. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, do not open the door for anyone.
Even if it were you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or opened it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something? No, that's not possible either. Sayaka wasn't here when we switched rooms. And with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around. So she couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer... truth bullets... The display stand the sword was on. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too? I'm trying not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see.
By the way,
You know, I realized something when I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have just tossed the stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
you son of a bitch.
That dirty bastard.
Shit.
Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me.
Fucking dead.
So if I ever find the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. Yes, I actually agree with Mondo on that statement. I believe that any man that ever touches a woman is not a man. He is lower than slime. And it's horrible to see that those type of relationships do happen. And it's very hard to get out of an abusive relationship. And it doesn't even matter if it's physical, mental, or emotional. It happens. And it's very hard to get out of it. But you're not alone. Don't feel like you're isolated. Your family will help you. You just have to reach out. And there's plenty of people who will help out. There was some program I was reading about, I can't remember what it's called, that helps women of abusive boyfriends or husbands get out. They give them a new identity, new look, new home, new everything. So definitely look into something like that. And I wish I could help more. I really do. But if you need some comfort, I'm more than happy to watch my videos. If you want to just keep them in the background so you feel like you're there with a friend, please do. That would make me more than happy. But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo.
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes. There are scratches and gouge marks on my walls and bed. Is this evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some sort of kind of fight in my room. Damn it, I was right there in the other room. If only I had heard something. That would not have been possible. Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could tell. Perhaps this is another of Monokuma's strategies, creating the ideal setting for a murder. ... Evidence of a struggle has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Sorry, I know I'm like right up to the camera, but I need to be. There are scratches and gouge marks on the walls and bed. This is a struggle. No. Toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence of it being used at all, which makes sense. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I'd need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Amanda, we ain't exactly in the mood for building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either? No, not just me. Nobody's busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday. None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, because, like, why the hell would we? Toolkit has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Actually, you know what? This. No pedestal here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. You never know. Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area, but...
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. Cool, but I want to go in the bathroom. I should look around here first. I can check the other spots later. Oh, lint roller. Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decided to clean it up a little? No, that's just me the gouge marks. Display stand. What about sheath? This is a replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does that mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus the sword has been taken out of its sheath, but, there's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made by something sharp. How did the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense that the sheath to get damaged. I mean, if you're going to attack someone with a sword, the first thing you're going to do is unsheath it, right? A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It couldn't just slide off in the middle of a fight. Why are there so many scratches on the sheath? Replica sword sheath has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. That should be it. Now let me go to the bathroom. The ground first. Okay, so what else am I missing? It said it wasn't relevant. The notepad is still here, but I think it's not relevant right now. Lint roller. Look there. Security cameras. Surveillance camera, the mastermind must use this to keep an eye on everything that happened here. They don't do anything to stop what's happening. Talk to Mondo, I guess?
By the way.
Oh no, I already talked to him already. This is one of the monitors. Looked at the key, looked at the scratches on the floor. Looked at that, look at the scratches on the bed. Oh my god. I ain't talked to her again. Hey Kyoko, I called her name, but searching. A few seconds later, she suddenly stood straight up and said, "Are you a clean freak?" No, I don't think so. But what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey.
Just as I suspected, there's something unusual about your room. Unusual? What do you mean?
So...
I searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find a single strand of hair. The lint roller! Indeed. Not one hair from the victim, not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know what, now that you mention it, I noticed something when I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it too?
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. What is it, Sayaka? Was it Sayaka or the killer? That's the question, isn't it? Makoto's room cleanliness has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Cool. Now can I go in the freaking bathroom? Bathroom. On the other side of this door. No, I can't let it get to me. Sorry, neighbor's out walking her dog, so. I can't afford to freeze up. I forced myself to push the panic down and step into the bathroom. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her, her. Sayaka. All at once, I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, and urge to burst into tears. But I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I need to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. Okay. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now is no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object was thrust into her stomach. Must have been the killing blow. Well, whatever was used to kill her, where did he get it? It was definitely something I should look into later. According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that is for sure. But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist too. Right here, where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is there's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? Sakia's wrists have been added to Truth Bullet section of your handbook. The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, it must have happened earlier on. Maybe how her wrist got broken after she'd already been killed? So that's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and I saw there... What? Written in blood are the numbers 11037. Did Sakia do this? Look past the wall behind her. Yeah. Sharp object. I saw this. Wrist broken. Leave the bathroom.
It would seem.
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers, the dying message. What do you mean by dying message? It's something victims write before they die, usually as a way of telling people who killed them. But generally, whoever writes it doesn't make it totally obvious. They'll either write it somewhere the killer wouldn't notice, or write it in code or something. Wow, that's pretty incredible. Have you ever heard of Ellery Queen? Who? Never mind. I don't want to go in the bathroom. Back here is Sayaka, the girl who was so kind, so beautiful, she kept my spirits up all the time. Damn it.
It would seem.
You saw the bloody numbers. I've never seen something written in blood before. It was really her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself. Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? The numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what they could possibly mean. The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way that we found her, it would mean she wrote them by only turning her hand towards the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? Result? Think about it. I'm not going to tell you. You're not going to tell me. You need to uncover these mysteries for yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you will remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. If you're doing it from that position and you're going like this, isn't it backwards? 73011? Yeah. Dying message has been added to the truth bullets of your section, of your e-handbook. Sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's saying messages, but honestly I have no idea. Oh, I know who to talk to when it comes to numbers. Who's
Makoto?
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the bathroom door got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck? Gets stuck. Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't quite fit the frame right. When I tried to use it, I thought it was just locked, but once I learned the trick, it opens no problem. Bathroom door frame.
Correct.
The door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? Actually, I was referring to the broken doorknob.
That's
right. Doorknob? You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the door. I'm sure you'll see it right away. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob. What the heck? The doorknob's practically falling off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't lock on it. It doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then, apparently struck by realization, she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
I have one more question for you. You mentioned earlier your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about it? Well, I did tell Sakuya about it last night when we switched rooms. So you're saying is only you and Sakuya knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got a sense she was really starting to get into all of this.
I see.
And then that clears it all up. Oh, what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. Well, I mean, if you were the killer, you wouldn't need to break the door open. You know how to actually open it. As if forgetting I was even in the room, she suddenly turned and left. Bathroom doorknob has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once over. Maybe I should look somewhere else. I'll start by looking into where the murder weapon might have come from, and also I should look at the DVD Sakuya got. With Sakuya dead, I have no choice but to see what was on there for myself. And on top of that, I'm sure there's some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. Yes, leave area. Huh? This is definitely my room, but the nameplate says Saki on it. This is Sayaka's room, right? But my nameplate is on it. The nameplate of my room and Sayaka's room were switched. So all the effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? Dorm nameplates have been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. There only can be one thing in this trash can. Yep, the DVD with Sakura's name on it. Or Sakuya. Sakuya got really upset after seeing whatever was in the video. I wonder, what did she see? It might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out anyway. I'm sorry, Sakuya. I need to borrow this DVD. Sakuya, no, I can't let myself get depressed again. I need to search for clues. Nothing here. Sakuya, no, blah blah blah, search for clues. No useful clues. Orders the house administration forces in the situation. Oh, Sakuya, no, nothing there. I said all in here.
Seems like
Something doesn't seem right. The Monokuma file says Sakuya was killed in your room. I just can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? Very strange. Mr. Nayagi. What was Miss Miyazono doing in your room? Let me say this. I absolutely will not allow you to dispose of any evidence in the trash. You really think I'm guilty? Rude. There's a sturdy gate here and no way to get past it. It's the end of the line! The trash room is
where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get the gate open?
No, you can't go any further.
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further.
Only the entry on cleaning duty is allowed in. Who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further.
This is stupid. It'd be faster just to go around and ask the others.
No, you can't go any further.
Ugh. Cleaning duty has been added to the truth section of your... Okay. Exit. People. Oh, of course, they're not there anymore. Oh no, I just had to turn the corner. I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, this school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was going to start this morning, but after what had happened, I hadn't gotten the chance to start. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room.
Here we go.
Oh, of course. It's my job to gather up all the trash and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge. Wait, hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room. The only person on cleaning duty has access to the key. What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open at all times so we can all throw things out whenever we want? That does seem more convenient,
So in other words,
actually. Anyone that's how students become the black and will graduate unless discovered. So it makes it easier to dispose of evidence, pretty much.
so that's it.
That must be why. If one could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. Just like I said. The thrill would disappear, and this would become boring. But boring?
Hey, listen.
Anyway, more important than that.
Hey, you bastard.
Hey, fatty, why'd you want the cleaning duty gig anyway? I decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal?
You,
Liar. I know why you did it.
like,
You wanted to dig through all the girls' trash looking for, and poking around at it.
No way to think about this in a
What are you
common
talking
sense
about?
kind of way.
All my love is for 2D.
you know what I mean.
But there are all kinds of trash diggers that maybe you'll get tired of 2D and then turn to... I would never get tired of 2D! After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D to 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D! The only thing 3D is good for is the shower, love, and affection on 2D. And PVC figures.
Give me a break.
Why are you not totally embarrassed saying this stuff like that? If you're so worried about Hifumi's questionable moral, the solution is easy. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them for picking up the trash to disposing of it. What?
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? It's not how it's supposed to be. Anyway, on another topic, Hifumi, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. What? So now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from past trauma, save a village, or beat a boss. No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room to look around. Oh, okay. So easy. So Hofumi and I headed down to the trash room. You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? Well, haha. You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita found themselves a way out. Whatever, please just hurry up. Okie dokie, give it to me. Flummy peeled the key out of his pocket, used it to flip the switch of the gate, and then...
Mr. Naegi!
However, Mr. Naegi, surely you are not planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend! You planned this all along! No. I wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world. Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. A green button and a yellow button. No doubt they're related to the big machine. This is the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. And it's on right now. Do you see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
It's a pretty simple setup. You press green button to get going, yellow button to turn off. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Someone turned on the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Fairy?
Perhaps it was a work of a fairy. Ifumi, do you realize what you just said? The fairy? No, you said the last time you were here, the incinerator was off. Oh, yes. About that there was no mistake. If I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back in the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has the key to open the gate, it should be impossible for the incinerator to be on and yet. So that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. How is that possible? Incinerator has been added to Truth Bullet section. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looks like a burnt piece of something. Shirt, like a sleeve. A burnt piece, like a hunk? Like a hunk of burning love? Anyway, this looks like a piece of cloth in the shape. It's part of the sleeve from a button-down shirt. And now that I look at it, there's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed. But there are a lot of people with white button-down shirts. It isn't enough by itself to figure out who it is. Burned shirt piece. There's shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. It looks like it was some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to hold in the palm of your hand.
Is this perhaps...
Is that... Do you know what it is? They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you 7 wishes. Dragon Ball Z reference! Woo! Kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on a big city street corner. Gaze into it and you'll see a glimpse of your future. Just like Mina girl who was on that quest to find that one guy. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who in particular would have this ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should all still be at the gym. I better go find out for sure. Well, the whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and the glass shards and burnt clothes weren't.
completely unforgivable.
What does it mean, Mr. Naegi? Will you be confessing soon? Why me? Everyone already knows you did it. All mysteries are being solved one by one. Sounds like he's living out one of his comic book fantasies. No, let me look really quick. Seem a little down, huh? Really? If you need help lifting your spirits, call me anytime.
Come on.
I've got all kinds of stuff that might help cheer you up. It's a huge trash can. Is that where we're supposed to put the trash we can't burn? Well, whatever it's for, it doesn't look like it's hiding anything. Ooh, Monokuma coin. Yeah, I got everything out of this place. Let's go this way. Let me do this. Trash room. I was just in there. I was in her room. I'm gonna go to the AV room next. Watch the DVD. AV room should be on this side right here. I'm gonna watch her DVD. I should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. The DVD Sakura threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. I pushed play and the screen went dark for a few seconds, but then an image slowly appeared and it's like some kind of concert. Oh, sorry, I forgot I didn't have it on auto. And standing on stage in front and center with a face I recognize all too well, Sakuya. There she was, along with her friends she said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice came to the spot.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Sakuya disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed more than that was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight.
Jeez.
For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Look for the answers after graduation. Without warning, the video cut off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say that he was able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of people would take things this far? There's nothing inside. I can't waste time worrying about these monitors. Forget it. I just need to erase it from my memory. Alright. AV room is done. I need to go to the gym. AV room. Okay. To the gym, away! Hey, Hero, can I ask you something? No, I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out now. I've had enough. Gonna break free. Hero, snap out of it. Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Does this look familiar? Ah, that's my crystal ball. And it's smashed. What the hell? I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed and he said it was unbreakable. So how'd it break? Was it actually made of glass and not crystal? That guy totally duped me? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan. George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled the crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Come on. Sorry, I thought I heard a noise, and apparently my husband forgot to turn off the TV in the bedroom. I'll do that when I'm done. Let's put that aside for now. So, can you say without a doubt that this belongs to you? Yeah, that's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. Left it in the laundry room. That means anyone could have found it and taken it. Shattered crystal ball has been updated as truth bullets. Thanks, Hero. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for this thing? Everything is saved up from fortune telling for 2 full years. Came out to be like $1 million. $1 million? That's pretty cheap, actually, considering it gives you powers to control the world. Come on. Oh, this poor dude. He must get swindled all the time. That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. Part of me feels like really bad for him. Okay, I've been to the gym. Okay, I've been to the gym. Do I need to talk to her? Let me try going to talk to her one more time. I know last time she said she was going to help someone else, and then I need to go around to talk to people. Hey, Chiro, I was hoping I can ask you something. Oh, what is it? Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote the numbers 11037. Do you have any idea what those numbers might mean? Like, could they be a code or something? Sorry, no. I'm sorry. I just don't know. Okay, well, don't worry about it. Thanks anyway for trying. Even she doesn't know. Or she could be no more than she's letting on. Nah, it couldn't be. Alright, let's go talk to people. And then on the other side of us? To kill someone just to save your own life, and I've been living with someone like that, I think I might vomit. But is what Monokuma said really true? Did one of us really kill Sayaka? If the mastermind really was going to get involved, why wouldn't it kill us on day one? That's a good point. By the way, how's your investigation going? I already told you I don't do blood, so I don't plan on doing any investigating. But besides, I already know who did it.
This is
After all,
suspicious.
where was Sayaka killed? In your room. What's more proof do we need? We're already on the truth. She really doesn't trust me at all. Who cares for a situation like this? There's a clock telling me what time it is, but I can't see the side. And I guess we don't time limit of our investigation. Yes. Yeah, there's nothing really in here.
Listen to me!
Do you have a second, Makoto? I've uncovered something most unusual. The door to everyone's dorms has a nameplate on it to show whose room it is, right? Well, it just so happens... Wait, no. You might be the killer. I can't tell you anything. Forget everything I just said. Forget. Wait. Sorry, just a little joke. Even I do jokes sometimes. Oh, sorry. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. It just feels like I can't get that sneeze out. I'm gonna do this really quick while I'm here. Ooh, a bow. And a telephone. Okay, let's head out of this area. Okay. Where are people? Talk to Taka. I haven't talked to you. You're in the main hall. I talked to her though. Main hall. There's a classroom where she is. That's where he is, so she has to be out. This? I think. Yes, I got it right. So, do you have any clues or anything? What kind of clues? Let us just agree that we do not know who the culprit is and leave it at that. Whatever secrets I might have, I do not intend to reveal anything until the class trial. Okay then, do you have any suggestions where I should start looking? Oh, so annoying. Must you fumble around fishing blindly for clues? I suppose it wouldn't hurt to give you a little hint. The scene of the crime, naturally. And I thought the trash room was also worth looking into. Trash room. It's a perfect place to destroy evidence. However, there's one little problem, which is
for me,
the place is filthy. I'd rather die than set foot in there. I'm trusting all of you to conduct a thorough investigation on my behalf. But that's not surprising. Okay, let's go. Map. Okay, I've talked to everyone here. Talk to you there. Where are they? I guess they have to be. Let's just go in here. The knife. That's what I was forgetting. Hina, are you investigating the dining hall? Oh no, I just taken a break actually. I've been taking a break since we started. This is all a first for me, you know? I don't have a first clue what I should do. I know what you mean. And I don't know why, but being in the dining hall helps me calm down. So I know I shouldn't, but I've kind of been hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. You know, are you listing in the dining hall? No. Yeah, one of the kitchen knives. Let's see if I can get a mono coin from this. Nope. There's all kind of knives here, too big and small, but it looks like one of them is missing. What is missing from the very beginning, or it's better to see if anyone here knows more about it. No, it wasn't missing from the very beginning, because I went and I looked. Use my eyeballs. My eyeballs. Hey, did you notice one of the kitchen knives is missing in the dining hall? Yeah, weird, huh? It's kind of strange. A knife suddenly just disappearing like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning?
Right.
Nope, last I remember they were all lined up in a nice neat row. So when did you notice one of them disappeared? Well, I went to get some tea in the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right in the dining hall when someone came and took it. And you should have been able to say for sure. Can you tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall that night? Which proves that I didn't. By the way, did you really kill Sakia? What? Of course not. I would never. Hina, do you really think I murdered her? Well, she was killed in your room, right? Maybe, I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, you two becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a stupid class drama setup. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
So you mean that weird, kind of like plush-looking chair? The red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. Now where I have to go. Yeah, this one. Kind of looks like those chairs that are covered in like a little plastic with cushions underneath. But covered a whole couple doors. Alright. You're late, Makoto. We've been waiting for you. I bet you were afraid you'd be discovered and the murderer you are.
Listen to me.
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can all reveal the details. Oh, I first saw it on auto. They really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sakuya both knew that all too well. But then who is the killer? I have a hunch. The one who murdered Sakuya is really one of us. I have a hunch, but I'm not gonna say anything.
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to where all your fates will be dissolved.
Sorry, I accidentally clicked forward.
I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Let's go. I don't feel like talking to you guys because you guys are mean.
Well then.
Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No. Scared isn't quite right. I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sakuya's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raised my voice to try and give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation, towards the elevator. With each step forward, I can feel my heart start to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator, but when I finally stepped on, the doors closed and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds towards the school's basement. I wonder if this is how death row inmates feel when his time finally comes. Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Obviously, oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. I would not be able to go on an elevator like that. I am deeply afraid of elevators. They terrify me. It is scary. If it's more than 2 flights up, I will take an elevator if I have to. You finally arrived. What do you think? Doesn't it feel like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right? Not even close. It's total shit.
Well now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down.
Hurry up now, hurry up! We did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a gigantic circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it's easier for everyone to transfer their attention and unease to anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Yes, I want to save, please. Set skills. Great. Sorry. Nice. It's like we finally got rid of them, and then because it's getting cold, they all want to come back in. It's really pissing me off. They're usually not this active during the day when someone's actually out here. It's pissing me off. Okay. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed, effective during a bullet time battle. I think that's the only one I got. Yeah, it's the only one I have. Let's review this really quick. Monokuma files, the struggle, replica sword with the paint missing, scratch sheath. Only 2 people knew that we switched rooms. My toolkit hadn't been used, and most of the guys didn't use theirs. Makoto's room cleanliness. Someone used his my lint roller, to clean the floors so they wouldn't have like hair left behind, which means it's like a hair color you'd recognize. Saka's wrist has the paint on it and it's broken. I think he was hit with a sword there. Dying message. I have a clue on what that might be, but I'm not sure. Okay. Finished preparations. Let's go through our first class trial. All right.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot.
Thank
Why
you.
the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Okay.
That guy's so weird.
What about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
Okay, it's about to begin the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes, absolutely. As things progress during each class trial, we'll engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause.
It is up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statement. Which means, what this means is you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you've found during your investigation can be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim and the Y button to fire. Pay close attention to each character's statement and use the truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so be careful. Press the start button during these arguments to review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Whoa.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that
The killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, it's wrong. Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
she must have been attacked in the main room first. Then she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
So hold on, I'm gonna lay out my theory for you. I think the reason she was so nice to me is to manipulate me, get me to be a friend, fall for her, that kind of thing, so she could use me later on to either protect her or to help her. What it ended up turning into is after she saw that video, she got even more anxious and wanted to escape like now. So she started hatching a plan. Since Makoto trusted her completely, she said she was scared. And she's actually a pretty good actress, as you can tell by her putting on a fake smile. And her being a pop star, probably had to do a lot of interviews and stuff like that. And so she got used to acting a certain way, so she could make herself scared without actually being scared. And so my theory is she took the kitchen knife and she had someone meet her in my room. That's why she asked to switch, and that's why the nameplates are switched. So, since that is what happened, I think she was gonna commit a murder and pin it on Makoto. That's what I'm thinking. But I don't know if that's true. And I don't have a solid clue on who the killer is yet.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Rude.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Make your argument. Yes, kitchen knife set.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach.
I mean, you could see it.
That is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had?
No, that's wrong.
I'm sorry if I keep going out of frames. My back hurts.
I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the
Yeah.
murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
I think it's him, just because I don't like him.
Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's got to be right. There's a breakthrough somewhere. We're just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well that I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Want to hear it? Sure. You can concentrate by holding the RB button. While you're concentrating, time will slow down, so you can pay closer attention to what people are saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes focus gauge. If the gauge is depleted, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Alright, good luck then. Have fun.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon.
Okay.
But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret when nobody was in the dining hall. And then he went
damn it.
and stabbed Sayaka with it.
No, sorry.
So he really did do it.
Yes. And it's been decided.
Oh, that's the... Okay, now I know what the focus bar is. People who take the knife to the dining hall should be able to do it.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret when nobody...
No, that's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this?
What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case.
I just want to say this really quick. I love how they did Monokuma's voice. Love it to pieces. I wish I could do it justice when I try to do his voice. I wish I could. And what's with the jiggling picture right next to it?
Did I say that out loud? Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right.
Sakura is my favorite.
The entire time I was drinking my tea.
I wish I could play Sakura.
I hate
Sakura.
to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
Nope.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Sakura
Actually,
herself?
there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore. Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
The only person who took the knife from Sayaka.
Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility.
Mm-hmm.
And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
The person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Oh my god.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
She's weird.
You're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
The lint roller.
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yes. Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes. As things advance further into class trial, Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting the flying letters in the right order. Use the left stick to aim and the Y button to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot the wrong letter, you'll suffer damage and influence your gauge. If the gauge reaches 0, you'll run out of time, you fail. Then, good luck, have fun. Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be a crucial point. If we can figure this out, what that something is, like hair, right? Yeah, hair. H-A-R. Hair.
Now I understand. That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
Doorknob.
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Mm-hmm. The killer struggled to get into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. Where are you? Grown up.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
Mm-hmm.
So what? You're saying
Because
he
the
wouldn't
door
break
frame
the door
thing.
in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear? Yes. From here on out, the number of weak points will start going up. But no matter how many weak points, there is essentially the only one lie or contradiction in this debate. What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use the truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and an influence gauge will take damage. Now, this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you will fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are essentially lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun. Door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yes.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
No!
To finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you! We already know the answer.
The incident took place in Makoto.
Sayaka was first, she then fled into the...
Then the killer ran and they got into the bath.
At that point, the killer had to try and... Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, it's wrong. The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
No, that is
So
lucky
the
in this
reason the door
situation.
didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
The switch things.
Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The switch nameplate things. The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked. So they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, an important detail about the scene was
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
Mm-hmm.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Everyone's lives are at stake. Seriously, bro.
Our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you
don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
Nope.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka would let someone in because... I don't know this one.
Shoot!
I know it's because she was scared. No way someone let in because... Oh! I'm an idiot.
I got it!
Literally right there, staring at you in the face.
Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, do not open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh?
Yep, it's shaping up to my theory.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk about, just the two of us. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write,
I think she's the ultimate detective.
Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room. Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then, pay attention. Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So it's something they would have gone to Sayaka.
Exactly. The room with Makoto was...
Wrong! Jeez, this is going
nameplates
up.
on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right? Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person that could have switched the nameplates. The only person who knew about the switching of the rooms...
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just the two of us in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you get to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
Mm-hmm.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
For murder.
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever
Nope.
she invited over is the culprit.
Well, yes, but
we
no.
still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
So the gold flakes. The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken by the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there is no doubt.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
Mm-hmm.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Are you getting used to non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like the weak spot, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, here on out, you have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak point to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll damage your influence gauge. Press the LB to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press and release to cycle through each bullet. Or you can hold down LB and use the left stick to select a specific bullet. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the truth chamber. For our purposes this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Well then, good luck and have fun. Wonderful. Okay.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong.
I was right. That actually was just a guess. Ooh.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
Yeah.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse.
Thank
In
you.
that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere.
Wrong.
Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
I'm
So she
sorry, I
grabbed
didn't
the
want to be
sword
right.
defend
She was
herself.
nice.
But then the
But at the
culprit
same
took
time, I
that
didn't
from her
trust
too.
her. So, yeah.
Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
The part of her body that shows that she never used the sword. If you want to use a sword, which part of palms?
I got it! You're
Her
talking
stomach.
about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all.
You are ugly, though. There's no way Sayaka washed the gold off her hands because certain regulation talks about. Oh, the water turns off at nighttime.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
Yeah.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
Now you're getting it.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in.
Weirdo.
And it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation.
That face, though.
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
Yes.
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
Mm-hmm. But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
Would you really believe her?
I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Told you.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Yep.
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
Mm-hmm.
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Yeah, no cheese. Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed Sayaka. But what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Except for the numbers! Which I don't think are numbers.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, that's wrong. There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before
Yeah,
we
I
get
don't
too far
see that
into
as numbers.
I need to ask, can we really be sure that
Let me show you guys something really quick. Okay, so I was gonna point, but you see how the 11 have like a smudge mark in between it? I mean, yeah, that could just been her trying to get up to it, but I think that holds some significance. Left index finger.
Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure, I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not...
Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
You're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1, 1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Damn it, it's no use. I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Yeah. Rotate it. I think maybe I see something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Sayaka's dying message reveals the killer's name. If I turn the picture 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear. Him. Yeah, I was right. I was suspecting him.
This mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
Yeah.
If
Yes,
you're
I
not
just
the
tried
killer,
that.
Then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
The shirt. The evidence Leon tried to get rid of. That thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator, right?
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
True.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
What's
You're
with the
right.
face breaking out?
That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Glass
Are
ball.
you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt remains in the button shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it. I need to pay attention. Where it was disposed of? Where the shirt was destroyed, we can focus on the clue. Damn it! How?
If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right?
Not for a normal person.
And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There's another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. That's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. The ball!
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had.
So the only one who could the person in charge of the trash?
Shoot! The key to the whoever was on
So the only one the
and you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy. No, it's wrong.
Yeah.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could.
The button.
If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
You throw it. You divine with it. You roll
Killer
it.
simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw that through a gap in the gate?
It is
Remember
possible.
What you said before, Hifumi?
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it is the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate.
Yeah, because I mean, if he had the key, he would have just
Once
turned
they got the
it off.
incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small.
Ultimate baseball star.
Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is... I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
Kind of
A target
protesting
30
too much.
feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shepherd brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then.
I have a feeling another game's coming
Go
up.
ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon, but all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
A closing argument is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes. Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. It is the closing argument. In this phase, you will give a complete summary of the case. You will have to reproduce the flow of events in the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic, there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using choose the time. Also, if you take aim at a missing section and press A, holy cow, you'll get a hit. It might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Here's exactly what happened. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill him. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
What? Okay, so that's not it.
The killer is you! During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom
This music is
door open.
amazing. I love the music.
What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a
Jesus,
sigh
trial's
of
going
relief.
on for so long. I just
But
looked
there
over
was
the clock and it's
one
like
thing they
11:41.
missed.
I'm sorry, this is gonna be a very long episode. But this is the first
Part
trial.
of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon? It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence?
Sorry.
Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
Am I? I have the evidence. The first bullet time battle is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Hell yeah. Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle. We refer to it as bullet time battle, aka BTB or BTW. During BTB, you just want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Match the button in each tempo marker that they move across the screen and reach the center. Press the A button and lock on to the opponent statement. Destroy the statement you locked on to with the Y button as the tempo marker reaches center. Use this method of deal damage to your opponent. If you cannot pull it off, you will be the one in pain. This does you start a combo, keep it up, you'll initiate tempo up. On the flip side, if you're missing, you'll get into tempo down. When tempo changes, so does timing for hitting each button. So watch out for that. Deal enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot statement will appear. At this point, press Y to shoot it with a truth bullet like any other statement. Refute their statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. But just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Oh my god, this is gonna be annoying.
When the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
Toolbox. Move the screws. Could it have been?
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid.
I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out. This is gonna be a pain in my butt. What do you want to bet? The moment of truth.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
There we go.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
His own.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Sorry, I'm just stretching out my fingers.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Well, then it would be out of the cellophane. Or the tape, or
And
the
if
plastic
you say
thing.
you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid. Stupid.
Whoa, what's that face?
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, 77 mono coins.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes?
Alright, guys. I am going to save. And that will be it for today. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'm sorry for the super long video, but I wanted to get the whole trial in. And honestly, it was kind of worth it. I liked that trial. Have a good night.